July 1st. We're at the start of the month and I was heading to school. Kirijo stopped me and asked if I'm prepared for the full moon. I confirmed that I am and she's happy, adding that according to the cycle, it should be on the 7th of July, 6 days from now. Adding that it seems incidents increase with it as well. I guess she also heard about the couples being inflicted. As we head on inside, and nothing too eventful happened, so we skip forward to when I hanged out with Yuko. She's coaching the kids once more, telling them what to do as a little girl came running, telling Yuko that she did what she said and she was faster than Yuki-chan. She's happy to hear that, adding if she runs with her toes raised, she'll go even faster. Hyping her up as she continues to run, Yuko seems tired. Apparently she did her research and is glad it's working as intended, because she did agree to coach them, so she has to do a good job, right? She even used the library, which is a first for her, to make a regiment. But she admits that it's shocking to see how much improving form can help with their speed, thinking elementary school kids can learn fast, huh? And I agree with that, and they don't argue back like the track team members. But she's happy that I agree with her, just glad to see the kids giving it their all, until she notices two kids running around without a care in the world. She tells them to hold on, reminding them that she told them to take some rest, as it's very important to remind them that kids their age should be careful not to injure themselves. The kids get that, but they've got to show their fighting spirit. That weighs on her, feeling the tug of their pleading faces, believing she should maybe change it, maybe they should run more. But she did the work, she put in the time, so she has the final say in my opinion. That gave her some confidence, as she did all the research to reduce strain and tells them that she is the coach here, and they'll stop when she says so. That's the promise they made, and if they agree, she'll make them even faster. The boy calls her Auntie Coach, which pisses her off, saying if they agree to the terms, go and break. They seem to finally agree, leaving. She admits she doesn't know if they listen to her, but it feels good, like a coming-of-age story. She then appreciates me backing her up, as she feels like if she was by herself, she'd let them continue to run, and with those words, I can feel that she has more trust in me, as our bond grows closer. With that done, apparently the kids want to see me run next time. I guess they want to see what a big kid can truly do, so I guess I'll have to show them real speed soon. As with that, we go our separate ways. And during the night, I went to the police station and got a bunch of rewards for saving the people from Tartarus. While they don't know about the nature of their rescue, they're thankful nonetheless. And after that, I ended the night with some social points and yen at the cafe. July 2nd. Sadly today all of my social links couldn't rank up due to my choices in the dialogue, so I had to give up on that for today and hanged out with Miyamoto so that we can continue our bonds the next day. And with that, I head on home. And during the night, I went to the club and there was the monk. I remember Yuko talking about a monk yesterday, so I talked to him. I have the courage to speak to him, but he wants booze, so I try and convince the bartender to do it, but since I'm not an adult, he doesn't trust me, so makes me get some drink orders to loosen him up on the idea. So I reluctantly do as I'm told, and after playing a little memorization game, he gives me my drink and I talk to the monk. He asks for his drink and I confirm that it's been ordered, impressing him a little, wondering the hell the employee is thinking letting a kid inside. But since I was kind enough to get him a drink, he'll act like my caregiver, telling me to sit down and do as I'm told. He has a smile on his face, thinking I wanted to see what grown-ups spend their time, eh? Yeah, he can't relate to that feeling, but he reassures me that I can take it easy. It's not too long until I can enter here legally. Acting like an adult just makes me look more like a child, but thinks that's funny coming from him, an alcohol-drinking, cigar-smoking monk. I take the time to ask him what a cigar tastes like. He thinks on that and admits it's like leaves, adding it's not supposed to taste good, just help with thinking straight. As he tells me that kids my age think the grass is greener on the other side, but I shouldn't get my hopes up, as there may be a day I'll need to drink when I don't want to and smoke to survive the day. However, he can see that I'm not like those types of kids, and unlike his disgraceful son who's always been taken by the police for questioning, he adds that he'll remember my face, just in case he needs to throw me out, letting out a laugh, and with that, I found myself acquainted with the old monk, as our bond shows itself to be the Tower Arcana. With that over, he sees I've had my fill and instructs me to leave and never return. But ain't gonna happen. I need my Tower of Personas, but I guess I'll leave for now. July 3rd. The day begins with class as I overhear a student talking about her boyfriend, casually trying to get her to go to Shirakawa Boulevard. By their reaction, that place must have some form of red light district, or just a general bad area. My hunch is on the first option due to the couples being found unconscious there, so it has something involved with romance. But regardless of all that, I sit through a long lecture that led to helping out Junpei once more, and with that, school was over, and I spent the afternoon with Miyamoto. Now that everyone knows about his leg, they make sure he's doing alright, and he admits he's having trouble, so Yuko instructs him to sit down, and one of the other members get to massage his leg, which makes Miyamoto feel awful, but he reassures him as it's for his nephew, right? And with that, track eventually wrapped up, as Miyamoto calls out my name, asking if I have a minute. He wants to talk, I ask what that's about, and he admits he doesn't want the team to hear, and wants to go anywhere else. So I thought, what better choice than the place where I ate his rice? He has a hard time finding the words, but first he gives me a sports tape, saying his nephew gave it to him, calling it a good luck charm. But he has all he could ever want, but now if I get hurt, I can take myself back up. But on the other thing he wanted to say, he's getting surgery to fix his knee. I ask what about his promise, but he'll explain it to him. He just wants to stop being selfish, and doesn't want the team to suffer due to him and his nephew. And regardless, if he did win, he's unsure how he could feel good about it afterwards. And it was all thanks to seeing me being grilled by the coach. It opened his eyes, and although winning is important to him, and will never change, he should first win back his health, and I agree to that, making him happy, as he can't just keep asking for help. But still thanks me for everything I've done for him. Between the practice and the rehab, he'll have a lot to do, and he'll kick butt at both. And once that's done, he'll kick my butt once and for all, and I'd like to see him do that. By the time he's all better, I'd likely save the world or made some great sacrifice. Joking aside, with that heartfelt honesty, our bond blossoms into the max rank of the Chariot Arcana, and now I can fuse 4. With that over, he'll tell his nephew about his surgery and they'll do rehab together, wondering who'll finish it first. I mean, your cousin's gonna do it because you're just a big baby, man. But regardless of all that, we enjoy our meal and we go our separate ways. And during the night, I came back for academic boosts. I can't get enough of this food, man. What can I say? July 4th. Today I spent doing not too much. It started with talk about asking about my nerves when it comes to our operation in 3 days. But I'm honest and say that I'm fine. She's surprised calling me calm all the time, but regardless of how she feels, we've got to do this no matter what, as we head on inside. And due to not having any social links active, I decided just to spend time with Chihiro. And with the promise of our bond growing closer soon, I head home and watch boxing with Sonata.
In this fight, each side had 1 win and 1 loss. A serious all-or-nothing match. And the fact that they were lifelong rivals only helped them push each other to the top. Do you have anyone you'd consider a rival? Interesting. I think facing off against you would make for a good match, but I have no intention of losing. Maybe we should try sparring sometime. Anyways, you'd have to be really lucky to find a partner like that. All the athletes from the other schools avoid me, so it's tough finding an opponent to spar with. And I don't think a longtime childhood friend is quite the same thing as a rival. But hey, the world is a big place. I'll just keep polishing my skills until I find the right person. Sorry, we were supposed to be relaxing, but I just ended up talking the whole time. Let's do this again. I'll put on some real good matches then. I didn't notice the time. Before you go to sleep? You want to crack a raw egg for some protein first?
July 5th. Today is Sunday, so a day off of school as I spend it with Yuko to boost our social link. She comments on the dessert Chagall has, as nothing beats it. And then thinks about training the kids and track in general, wondering when we're 3rd years what she'll be doing as we'd be busy. I see what she means, and I'm guessing she's asking for my opinion, so I think for a moment and say, likely studying for the entrance exam like everyone. That answer suffices for her, as she agrees with it, as the hard part of college is passing the entrance exam and getting in, right? But she thinks about the long breaks and the fun that she could have, and starts thinking maybe she should go to college. That makes her excited, and then asks about my favorite type of cake. She likes them with cream and fruits. Out of character, but when it comes to desserts, I'm a sucker for scones. I don't know why, but I just can't get enough of them. And with that, we finish up and head on home, and during the night, I eat at Wild Duck. I think I may as well max out the easiest social stat first, so I'll be a regular here on the weekend, but sadly, no rank up for today. July 6. Nothing eventful happened during the day, so we skip forward to another council meeting. I came in as a teacher was leaving. It seems a discussion was had, or perhaps an order. All I know is the atmosphere is tense. The other member asked what the teacher meant by "for both our sakes." Apparently it was about wanting to create a better school environment, and he was tasked with that, just how Kirijo had me join. But he isn't hearing any of that as he's deciding things without Kirijo's permission. I asked the situation. Apparently a cigarette butt was found in the boys' bathroom, and has tasked Odagiri on the case, as it's his role in the council. And if school rules were broken, it's only natural he finds and brings the transgressor to justice, giving them the choice of helping him find the culprit or refuse and prove he can't. Looking at me commenting on us having to deal with all sorts of crap, huh? I feel personally that I have no real words. I'm kind of just here, but thanks, man, I think. And somehow with that, our bond grows closer. With that, he decides to head off, not without the guy following behind, calling him a kiss ass. Chihiro believes it's best to tell Kirijo as she leaves as well, and I'm left to, be confused? I didn't even do anything today, but I guess I'll just leave and go to my cafe job for the social stats. In that, I actually got to rank 5 in courage, so just one more to go, but we'll have to wait as it's a full moon tomorrow. I just hope that we can do it. July 7th.
Any luck, Fuka?
Just a moment. I found it! I'm picking up a large shadow in the city.
Hey, you were right. Yes, it seems like our full moon hypothesis was correct.
It's located in Iwatodai, inside a building on Shirakawa Boulevard.
Shirakawa Boulevard. They've been finding the lost in pairs lately. Now I understand why.
In pairs? Ah, now I understand.
What's on Shirakawa Boulevard? I'm not familiar with that area. I've heard about it, but...
Oh, that's where all those hotels are. That explains a lot. You've heard about them, right, Fuka? Where people go to... you know.
What? What is wrong with you?
Come now, don't let your imaginations get carried away. They're no different from any other hotel. The rooms are just a bit more... exotic. That's all.
Oh, really?
I don't know about this. Maybe I shouldn't go.
Ah, look at you, Yucatan. You're such a child sometimes.
What? Who are you calling a child? All right, fine. Let's go. I'm reserving a spot in the lineup for today's operation. No objections.
You could just do that?
So, who's gonna take the lead?
I don't see any reason to change leaders now. Yamagishi, I want you to handle support during the operation.
I'll do my best.
All right. Go ahead and decide on the rest of the team. Let's do this.
Whoa! Looks just like I imagined. Champs de Flores? How do you say that?
It's Champ de Fleurs. It means field of flowers.
This is the place. I can sense the presence inside. Then come on, leader. Let's get this over with.
We find ourselves at the hotel in Shirakawa Boulevard. The shadow is likely waiting for us at the top of the building, so we make our long trek there. And sure enough, we found our opponent. Talk about calling it normal looking. Well, as normal as shadows could be, at least. This one is the Hierophant Arcana, and out of character, I'll be honest, I forgot about this battle, and that was mainly due to just how easy it was. I really have nothing to say about this fight. I mean, it does have the ability to instill fear in the party, but it only happened once, and that status effect was easily cleared, so all things considered, another easy battle with me finishing it off. With that completed, we head on out, but the door is jammed. No, more like something is forcing it shut, but we defeated this shadow. Yamagishi suddenly realizes that she can still sense the shadow, which means that the first one was a smokescreen. The real one is still lurking. But where could it be? Me and Takaba look together and find a mirror. She thinks something is strange with it until we're consumed by a blinding light. I find myself in one of the rooms, as a voice in my head wants me to face my desire. It mimics my own. I believe this is likely what the people here, the ones lured to Tartarus at least, but I have my mental fortitude to push it aside. Despite it trying to pull me back multiple times, the fog over my mind finally clears.
What was I... Huh? I can finally reach you! Can you two hear me? I'm sorry I couldn't contact you sooner. The shadow was interfering with your thoughts, so I couldn't reach you. Looks like you two got teleported away as well. The group's all been separated. The enemy is still in the same room. Let's regroup and then head back there. Did you hear that, Yukari-chan? Yeah, I heard you. Did something happen? It's fine. Come on, let's go. And how about we don't mention this to anyone? Got it?
Now we're back in action, we need to find the shadow. Yamagishi informs us that there's a barrier within the building, and we'll need to break it before we are able to face the shadow. I make note of that as we push onwards, finding Kirijo and Sanada at the second floor. By their reaction when being asked if anything happened, they likely fell under the same spell, which is when suddenly we hear Yamagishi talk about the mirrors. They're resonating with the shadow, which means if we break them, we'll be able to likely stop the barrier. So we look around the rooms. The first one looks normal, but the second one, something feels off. Sanada asks if I see it, and I indeed do. We have no reflection, which means if we break the mirror, it should do something, and sure enough, it has a weird aura around it, which likely means we've done something good. Although the seal is still intact, it at least seemed to affect the shadow, so we push onwards to the third floor. It did take me 3 tries, but eventually found the mirror with no reflection, and with that smash, we can finally take on the real culprit.
So it was you! I'll teach you not to mess with a girl's heart! We'll get it this time. I believe in you, team. Unforgivable! I'll never forgive you for that! This one's from the Lover's Arcana. It's the source of the mind.
Now this boss is rather straightforward, however, it has some tricks up its sleeve. Mainly party-wide charm and Heartbreaker basically being an insta-kill, and being immune to fire, which means my strongest persona isn't hitting as hard. However, it comes with a small silver lining that Junpei isn't here. Midway through the fight, it healed itself up and made us more susceptible to status ailments. But with enough crits, Fergies, and all-out attacks, we brought it to the edge. It used one last team charm, but I was left standing. I had two choices, use my last few Parchura gems to heal the team, or go for it, and I followed my heart.
Senpai's charm! Can you help him?
It was a hard-fought battle, but it's finally over. Kirijo calls our work excellent, although the enemy was cunning, we took it down. Sonata agrees, thinking that it was no wonder why Takaba volunteered. The third years also give me some praise for staying level-headed, even while under mental assault. Junpei is quiet, but regardless, I believe we've all grown closer as the fool ranks up once more.
Alright, let's call it a night.
Oh, Yukari-chan. About that thing you mentioned the other day.
You found something?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about it later. Alright, we should head back too. Hey, come on, Junpei, let's go! Fuka played a big role in this one again. Seems like the second years are really putting in the work.
Looks like you're really shining out there, dude. Really now. Well, whatever, I guess.
Don't tell me you're jealous someone else is getting all the attention.
Shut up!
What's his problem?
That was faster than I expected. Quite a show, I must admit. They've been rather busy these last few months, haven't they? And it seems they've gained new recruits, too. Their fighting style is most fascinating. Not to mention they've made several forays into the tower. Well, Jin, are they our enemy?
How about we go ask our buddy? Gonna be seeing him real soon.
Ah, yes. An excellent idea. Considering that he shares our fate, it would be prudent to seek his opinion. After all, we don't have much time left.
July 8th. A fairly straightforward day, to be honest. We were informed of finals starting next Tuesday, which we already knew, and with that I was put on the spot to answer a question, which I got right, which then gave me a charm boost that got me to rank 5. So just one more to go, and with that, school was over. I can't hang out with school social links, so I decided to spend time with Meiko. But our bonds won't get any closer just yet, so I just spend time together, and with the future looking good for our bond, I head home, and I'm getting suspicious of Takaba and Yamagishi. They know something, but Yamagishi does tell me that we shouldn't go to Tartarus today. And I mean, I had no intent to, regardless, as I spend the night at the cafe for yen and social points. July 9th. The day started, and I was waiting for the first bell as I overheard two students talking. I hear about how the school was rebuilt as there was an explosion 10 years ago. Their friend responds that they heard another story that there were less students by then, wondering if they simply wanted a clean slate. The friend chuckles, asking if she believes the school has a dark side, thinking she watches too much TV. That interests me, but I brush it aside as class starts. And due to exams coming around the corner, I get another question right in class, boosting my charm, and with that, school was over. I check my messages for some things to do, and Elizabeth has some new requests for me. It wouldn't hurt to look. There's the usual suspects, killing shadows, another document, but the most random one. Feeding a cat, but I like cats, so I look around, and at a back alley, I watch Junpei get his shit rocked in, and there was a cat. I decided to feed it, and it was happy. I'll come back another day and feed it again, but for now, I have no real choice, so I swallow my pride and hang out with Mitsuru. He starts listing all the foods he ate today. I thought it was over, but he just kept going. He really likes his carbs, a little too much, as his body looks sickly, commenting on just how amount of carbs he's consumed, but then comments about a girl asking him who's the cute guy you went to Umiyushi with. Seems she wants to eat with me, but not with Suimitsu, complaining that girls always go for thin guys like me and his brother, thinking that looks might mean everything, but once we're dead, we'll be bones, and you can't tell when a skeleton is handsome or ugly, they're just bones. But his memories make him feel hungry, asking for another bowl, but with that free time, he shares a Senryu poem that he wrote. It goes like this: "He who cuts you is no friend, but he who cuts you flavor until the end." Inspiring. However, his body disagrees, as he has a stomach emergency. He eventually returns, talking about how close of a call it was. I ask if he was okay. He thanks me for worrying, but he's alright. Everything is good and normal, except for his weight. But he refrains from saying that, as he's the gourmet king. He doesn't need to be so crass. With that, I feel he's being considerate somewhat, as our bond grows closer. Now with the talking's over, we should start shoveling the food down. We should eat when we can, because once we're dead, we'll be eating dust. Like his younger brother. That was a tad insensitive, but I'll refrain from saying anything, as with that, I head on home. I saw Yamagishi, and I asked if she has a Christmas star. She was confused, but realizes she might have something like that, as she gave me a Ponesita, saying it's usually sold during Christmas time, so it's hard to find, but she has some with her, so she gives it to me. So that's cool. And with her gift secured, I study with the third years.
I was hoping to go for another run after rehydrating.
I believe you've done enough physical activity for one day. Any more and you'll hurt yourself.
Fine. So, were there any subjects you needed help with? The most basic method is writing them over and over again. But I get that's a tough way to stay motivated. That's why I reward myself with workout reps based on the number of new kanji I've learned. The more you study, the stronger you'll get. Pretty motivating, huh? In any case, I advise having a good workout ready to treat yourself with after a study session. It all comes down to making it a regular habit. Just a little each day really adds up.
I wasn't going to say anything, but Akihiko, working out isn't normally a reward for most people. On top of that, what good does it do to preach about long-term habits mere days before the exam?
I guess you have a point. In that case, how would you recommend cramming for it?
It's not my usual style, but I would focus on memorizing material that is likely to be tested. If you give it your all, it shouldn't be too difficult. Easier than facing the enemy wholly unprepared, at least.
Well, we can talk all night, but doing is where the magic happens. Here, let me give you some practice problems. You catch on quick. You immediately took what you learned and put it into practice. All you need now is some strength training and you'll be unstoppable. Once the exams are over, why don't we dive into Tartarus for a bit and get some workouts in?
You never change. I'll need to continue keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't overdo it.
The more you study and the more you train, the better results you'll get. I look forward to seeing what you'll accomplish from here on. Let's call it here for today. I want to get some stretches in before heading to bed.
July 10th. A super simple day. After enduring one of Mr. Edogawa's lectures, I got a question right in his class, and with that, school was over. And for once, I decided to go to the arcade. I really want to max out my courage by the start of the next semester, so no better time to start now. And after playing for a good while, I head on home and yet again continue to study for the exam, but this time with Yamagishi and Takaba. Junpei didn't want to join in.
Fuka, your notes look so trendy. I kinda wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, these are Natsuki-chan's notes. She let me borrow them since I was out trapped in Tartarus. She sure is. That said, there's actually quite a bit missing from these notes.
Oh, you're right. This part just has the equation and no answer, and this page is full of doodles. And this part, is that a drool stain? Hey, it may not be the best study material, but it's the thought that counts, right?
I've been trying to think of a way to return the favor. Huh? Oh, are you saying I should fill in any part she missed in her notes before giving them back? That sounds like a great idea. But it's going to be a lot of material. I wonder if I can finish it all.
Then we'll help you out. It'll be a good review for us, too.
Thanks, you two.
Here, let me see those notes.
Oh, yeah. All done. It looks wonderful.
Natsuki-chan's in for a real surprise when she sees this.
I'm sure she will. I couldn't have done it without your help. Thanks, you two.
Well, it certainly helped us study too, right?
I'll make sure to give Natsuki-chan the notes back tomorrow. Good night.
July 11th. We've got another question today, which once more boosts my charm because I got it correct, which is nice. We're slowly chipping away at our goal. But during the lunchtime, I got a message on my phone. It was from Sonata informing me that we're gathering up later tonight as the chairman's coming on over. So I keep that in mind as after school, I feed the cat once more. It seems to be more active than previously, which makes me feel happy inside. And then I spend the afternoon with Meiko, which I misread our bond. We're not close enough yet, but next time, surely. When we get home, Kirijo tells Ikutsuki about what happened with the previous large shadows, adding they were more formidable than the previous ones. He understands, seeing that the enemies are getting stronger. But we are as well, but that's not why he called this meeting. That was because, suddenly, he is interrupted by Takaba.
Hold on. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Kirijo-senpai something.
Oh?
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. So much has been happening lately. I feel like I've just been getting dragged along without really understanding anything. But now, I want answers. So I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, senpai? You're always acting like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. But they're connected to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What accident?
Yukari-chan?
There was an explosion near our school and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But something is off here. At the time of the incident, there were several unexplained absences. Seems like more than just a coincidence to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. Those students weren't just absent. They all suddenly collapsed and had to be sent to the hospital. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Remember those girls who bullied Fuka? They had to be hospitalized too. I want an explanation. What really happened on the day of that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you have to know something. Tell me the truth.
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, it just never seemed relevant. But...
It's okay. It's not your fault.
all right, I'll tell you everything. Shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They could be a source of unimaginable power, couldn't they?
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that very line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather. My grandfather was obsessed with the shadows. He wanted to harness their power to create something extraordinary.
Create something extraordinary?
To that end, he assembled a research team and had them amass a number of shadows.
He was collecting them? Damn, that's freaking crazy.
But 10 years ago, during the final stages of the project, there was an accident, and the experiment failed. They lost control of the Shadow's power, altering the nature of the entire world.
You can't mean...
Yes, Tartarus and the Dark Hour. According to the records, the accumulated mass of shadows split into several large ones that later dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Maybe that's why it's difficult to predict where they'll appear.
Wait a minute. If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. Is it because that's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes.
Then those students who were hospitalized...
It's just as you fear. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could essentially do as they pleased. Port Island must have been the perfect location for them. So yes, as you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekkokan High School.
Just what are you trying to say here? So that's the whole purpose behind C's? We were dragged into all this just to clean up their mess? You lied to us? And you knew too, didn't you, Sanada-senpai? You've both just been using us! Or do you not care as long as you're the one who gets to do the fighting?
I never said anything like that. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like, but it was my decision not to share the information. I'm sorry. It was never my intent to deceive you. Convincing you to join C's was my highest priority. I know it may not be fair, but shadows can only be defeated by persona users. We are the only ones who can fight.
That's hardly the point!
I never had a choice either. It didn't matter if I wanted this power or not.
Mitsuru, that's enough.
Takeba-kun, it's only those in the past who are to blame. And they lost their lives as a result of what they did. We're all in the same boat here. None of us deserve the burden that's been thrust upon us.
But that's...
It's been 10 years since the incident in question. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned. But now that they're here, we have the chance to find and destroy them. Do you realize what that means? What if I told you that the 12 shadows are the cause of everything.
You're saying if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See? It's good news, isn't it?
Can that really be true?
There's evidence to support it. And this is where our true battle begins.
Our true battle.
Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to wait for them to strike first.
Right.
And there are still many mysteries surrounding Tartarus. For instance, why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answers must be out there somewhere.
Well, that was a lot to unpack. I really don't know where to start with all that. To think someone could be so power hungry to cause all of this, but I feel like we'll learn more later. I think I'll just need to sit down and eat a burger after all that, and I do, boosting my courage. July 12th.
Lounging about as usual, huh?
Hugh, what do you want? If you're gonna ask me to go back, the answer's still no.
That's not why I'm here. I was just making sure you were still around.
That's so.
We've known each other a long time. It's been almost 14 years since we met at the orphanage. You, me, and Miki. We used to run around here until the sun went down. Back then, it seemed like we had all the time in the world.
You haven't changed one bit. If you want to get all sappy, go do it with your other pals.
What was that?
It's rare for you to think about the past. Usually, you just charge ahead like a damn fool. You've never been good at hiding shit.
Everyone thinks about the past. Even me. Anyway, we finally know how to get rid of Tartarus and the Dark Hour.
No shit?
Yeah. The thing is, all I've cared about until now is getting stronger. Everything else came second. But yesterday, someone made me question my reason for fighting.
Your reason for fighting? Huh. It's different for everyone. But if you don't have a good one, you can always quit. That's what I did.
I'm not like you. Man, I can't believe I'm the one getting lectured here. Well, see you around.
You really haven't changed at all.
Yes?
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Senpai, this is unusual. Please, come in.
So not only do you excel at providing support during battle, you are also quite skilled at gathering information.
Oh, I'm sorry for doing that without permission.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. But I do have an important favor to ask of you. I want you to find out as much as you can about that incident 10 years ago.
Oh, well, very little of that was made public.
I know. That's why I want you to access the Kirijo Group's database.
You mean hack into their system? Is that allowed?
I'll give you my ID and password. Then you won't be held accountable. But I need to know the truth. In detail.
Senpai.
Of course, I'll understand if you refuse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Are you sure? I appreciate it. Yamagishi, aren't you resentful? Regardless of my good intentions, I did drag you into this without fully explaining. I'm sure you must have at least a few complaints.
Not really. Did you know my entire family is made up of doctors? My parents are the one exception. It gives them a bit of an inferiority complex. That's why they're so hard on me. I don't like being at home. But here, I'm able to do something no one else can. I have a purpose. So no, I don't have any complaints.
You're right. We can't do this without you. No one could take your place.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
So, Tartarus and the Dark Hour are on the way out, huh? No, that's a good thing. That's what we've been fighting for. So then... why... Damn it! Why am I so pissed?
Gosh, it's hot. Even for July.
Wow, can't believe we're already third years. Guess this will be the last time we'll wear these uniforms and hang out after school.
Who cares? I just want to get into college and start having fun already.
I get it. My problem is me. I'm going on like fighting was my duty and all. Actually, it's just all I'm good at. Because without that, I'm nothing. So much for being a hero. I can't fight worth the shit anyway. Not compared to him, at least. Damn it! Nothing I do is good enough.
Why am I only ever right about the worst things? Am I stupid for trusting in something so blindly? Dad, I got this letter from you last spring. I must have read it 1,000 times since then.
To my family, 10 years into the future. Tomorrow, I'll bring this letter to the opening ceremony for the Moonlight Bridge. It will be stored in a time capsule and sent to you in 10 years' time. Yukari, you may be small now, but in 10 years, you'll be 16. You'll be in high school. I know you've been sad because I have to work so late, but you always manage to greet me with a smile. I'm really proud of myself. Kirijo-san appointed me head researcher. I'll be starting on a big project soon. It feels good to receive so much recognition for my work. But I swear to you, nothing is more important to me than you and your mother.
Oh, Dad.
Yukari, I wonder, are you enjoying life? Do you have high hopes for the future? Do you still look towards tomorrow with excitement and wonder, like you do now? No matter what happens in the next 10 years, I hope you're happy. And I hope this letter brings a smile to both you and your mother's faces. Eiichiro Takeba, March 6th, 2000.
No matter what happens, huh? All I can do is believe. I won't turn my back. I won't be like Mom. Not ever.
The day begins and it's mostly going through the motions. I fed the cat that finally, with my support, it was able to get back to its full strength. I doubt I'll need to check up on it, thankfully, so I decide to head back to Elizabeth and inform her of the requests I've done, which makes her happy to hear, and with that all done, I spend the afternoon with Suimitsu. He admits he's dying of hunger, but his belly will have to wait as the guy from before appears, recognizing his voice, that grating voice. He doesn't have time to wait unlike us kids, so he'll just say it now. He wants the money he gave his son. If he does that, then he'll leave him alone, asking if that sounds good. He simply replies that his son hated Cram, so if anything, he was doing them a favor and should be thanking him, asking if I agree. I really don't get what's going on, but for the sake of the Moon Arcana personas, I agree. The man finds it amusing how confident he is, asking why he isn't running away yelling emergency. He smugly responds that he has no real clue, as I am now his bodyguard. I don't really know their history, but I guess he appreciates my protection, as our bond grows closer. Suddenly, Suimitsu says that he should be the one forgiving him, and even if he did, he'll never go to paradise, just like his dead brother. All non-believers aren't welcome. The man grumbles about the headache Suimitsu gives him, adding his son has more of a head on his shoulders than him, knowing his parents must be ashamed of a son so deluded by the cult. That enrages Suimitsu, saying he's just like the rest of them, thinking he should have died instead. He will never hold a candle to his twin brother, huh? The guy gets flustered by Suimitsu's change of personality, calling it all a waste of time, seeing how he wants to play this, so he'll wait and see his retaliation, as he addresses me directly, wanting me to be careful around him, as it won't be long until he scams me too, as he walks away having the last say. Suimitsu tells him to come back when he has some respect, but then changes it to just don't come back at all. But with the man gone, he goes back to being happy, asking if I'm still up to eat, and I guess why not, as we go and do that. And when we finish up there, I decide to go to Wild Duck by myself. It won't be long until I hit rank 6 in Courage. It's gonna be in my graph someday, but today just isn't that day.
It's good to see you again. How long has it been since we first met? Time passes so quickly. So tell me, how's life as a Persona user? You're quite the whimsical character, aren't you? I remembered something else about the coming of the end. It all stems from something that took place many years ago. 10 years ago, if I remember correctly. Oh. Didn't your parents pass away about 10 years ago? A persona is like a mirror, which means a persona user can never escape their true self. But no matter what, I won't leave you, because we're friends, right? Good night.
July 13th. Tomorrow is the exams, with our summer break coming shortly after. I'm quite excited, but all the studying and lectures have made me feel quite tired. But I power through it, getting an academic boost, and with that, school was over, and I can finally get closer with Mako. She is fully committed to leaving and reminds me to not tell her parents as she finally leaves. Some time passes as who I can only assume is her parents arrive, worried about where she may be. They see me and rush over as they continue to argue about what they've done wrong, and I kinda just watch. After a while, they finally face me, and the man talks to me. He knows me, I must be that kid that his daughter befriended. She talked to me instead of learning the piano. That gets the wife pissed beyond belief. It almost starts another fight, but he gets back on track, informing me what I already know. They haven't seen her all morning, and they found a note just saying, I'm running away. Her mother never seen her do anything like this. That's when I decided that even though I promised her, she's a literal child and not thinking straight, so I say we should look for her. The father asks if I know where she may be, and I think about that. I know that takoyaki is her favorite food, as it was the icebreaker for our bond forming, so I suggest there. The father recognizes the place and agrees, as we head on over.
Michael! Mom! Dad, and you too? Will I...
Maiko, are you okay? You're not hurt anywhere?
I'm okay.
Thank goodness.
Why would you do such a thing? I was worried sick. Do you think that's funny, giving me a heart attack like that?
Hey, that's enough.
You made me worry too. I was so scared. You said you were getting a divorce and I didn't know what to do. I don't want you to get divorced.
Oh, so that's what this is all about. We're really sorry, Maiko. Why don't we go home and talk about it? It's awful we pulled you into this. I'm not sure what else to say.
Hey, I told you to keep it a secret, but thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome back.
What's wrong? You all hungry or something?
Not really.
You know, it's almost summer break.
Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Does anyone have any plans?
I wish I could go to the beach. Hot sand, cool breeze, babes in bikinis. Man, a break like that sure would be nice. Somewhere in the south, where the water is crystal clear. But starting tomorrow, we gotta get through our exams. Oh man, this sucks.
I'm sure you'll be fine, but it would be nice to go somewhere with beautiful beaches, like Okinawa.
Well, it's not Okinawa, but how about Yakushima?
Mr. Chairman, I didn't realize you were here.
I happen to be in the area, so I thought I'd drop by and tell you my schedule for next week. Oh, Hirijo-kun, your father will be vacationing in Yakushima during the break.
He will?
You'll all have some time off after exams, right? Why don't you go and get a nice change of scenery?
Seriously? We're gonna go on a trip? Yes! Beaches and bikinis! Beaches and bikinis!
Beaches and bikinis? This guy.
How about it, Hirijo-kun?
Well, my father is a busy man. I don't want to ruin his vacation.
Why so hesitant? No father would be upset with a daughter who came all that way to see him. You've all done a great job. You deserve to relax for a while. And we already know when the next operation will be, so I think it'll be fine.
I don't know.
Senpai, I'm begging ya!
All right. I guess everyone needs a break now and then. Let's do it.
The beach, huh? I should design a special training regimen.
Oh man, I can't wait!
Oh, I need to go buy a swimsuit.
Hey, don't worry. I got one you can borrow.
Nice try.
Are you going to swim too, Mr. Chairman?
I'm afraid I can't. I'll turn to dust if I'm exposed to sunlight.
Wait, seriously?
Don't be stupid.
Kirijo-senpai, wait up! I just wanted to say sorry about the other day. I might have gotten a little carried away.
Don't worry about it. In a way, it's only logical that we go to Yakushima. The chairman said that no one who was responsible for the accident survived, but there is one who did.
What? There is?
My father.
I had no idea.
With plans secured for the summer holidays, I spend the night working with C's to finish our studies.
I'm fine helping out with studying, but wouldn't it be easier to focus without the distraction?
They say studying with others grants benefits that can't be found alone.
Hey, so if we flunk the exams, are we really gonna have to stay behind? Tell me that's a joke.
It's no joke. As students, studying is our top priority. Failure will result in consequences.
Well, I'm not too worried about that. Not naming names here, but don't get in the way, Junpei.
What happened to not naming names? I guess if the fate of my trip depends on it, I don't really have a choice. I'll show you. I'll prove just how serious I am about Yakushima.
What's the matter? Something you need help with? An arithmetic sequence, huh? Do you remember the formula for calculating its sum? See, if you do this...
A beautiful formula. Really arithmeticals, my fancy. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Let me write that down.
Wisecracks from Junpei are one thing. I didn't account for this.
Maybe he's trying to test our ability to concentrate? Yeah, I suppose that's not likely.
Yakutsuki sounds one up to me. Gotta think of a killer comeback.
Stop getting distracted. You need to concentrate on your studies.
She's right. Gotta focus. Let's keep at it.
Are you struggling with memorization? Nothing beats repeating it until you know it by heart.
Beats? Heart? Not bad, Kirijo-kun.
What? No, that was not my intent with that statement.
Well, if you're pulling out of the race, then I win, hands down. Kirijo-senpai defeated.
This is giving me a headache.
Despite the diversions, I'd say that was productive. Keep it up so we can all go to Yakushima together.
The final exams are here, and I've been quite busy with them going on, so now I have free time, so let's talk about how they went. July 14th, the day that the exams truly started and I get going. Like last time, the answers were similar from what I've been learning in class. Which form of magic is used to find water sources? Dowsing. July 15th. More familiar questions. How did the Witch of Agnesy gain the first half of its name? An error in translation. July 16th. More familiar questions. Who designed the prototype for the katana? Tiara no Masakado. July 17th. You'd never guess it, but we've got more questions. There's an error in this sentence. What kind is it? Comma splice. And finally today, being July 18th.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
After Elizabeth's call, I head on to school, where Junpei comments on how it's the last day of finals, and then we gotta get loose during summer, which I don't mind the sound of that. But I wonder what the chairman and Kirijo have in store for us, as we're going somewhere sometime next week, as we head inside. And that time studying really paid off, as I easily get all the questions correct, and with that, we're finally free. Junpei is the happiest about it, as Takaba asks how it went. He has a big smile admitting that he hates PE, which answered her question, knowing he's a lost cause. But he brushes that aside, just excited for the blue skies of Yakushima. I ask if Takaba is excited. She'll likely get the full story there, something I believe she knows deep down, but Junpei, ever so the gentleman, hears that Takaba wants to go somewhere on the way back, and suggests going swimsuit shopping, but Takaba brushes that aside, going to her locker not before adding that she's gonna find Fuka to tag along. With her gone, Junpei talks man to man, wanting to apologize for his behavior lately. Can't really say I noticed, but I tell him not to worry, which makes him feel better, as he wants to put this all behind us, which, fair enough, I didn't have an issue anyways, as we get going outside.
Take it down a notch, will you?
You bounce back from things so quickly, Junpei-kun.
Know it. Oh, hey, Sonata-san's here. Don't see that every day.
Ikutsuki-san called me. I think he wants to talk about a new candidate.
Does that mean another person is going to join?
Maybe.
Fuka! What's wrong, Natsuki-chan?
Do you think you can stay after school with me for a mandatory study session? There's like no one. Oh, wait, are you about to head out for the day? Okay, then, never mind.
Wait! It's alright. I'll help you. Sorry. I'll see you all back at the dorm later.
I'm really surprised at how much she's changed.
Ah, friendship. How beautiful. Adolescence is such a wonderful thing. So full of vibrancy.
Mr. Chairman?
Oh, hello. I just stopped by to pick someone up. I might as well introduce you to him now.
Hello. Oh, Amada-kun, what are you doing here?
You know him?
He doesn't leave during the break because of his circumstances.
Oh, I heard about that. Something about your parents, right?
It used to only be me and my mom. She got in an accident. So now it's just me. It happened 2 years ago.
Right now, one of his distant relatives is paying for his school expenses. But that doesn't mean he should stay at the elementary school dorm all by himself, right? So I decided to move him to your dorm, just for the summer.
To our dorm? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Why, of course. He has the potential.
Then he's the new candidate?
That's right. But as you can see, he's still just an elementary school student. So it's only a possibility for now.
Are you Akihiko Sanada-senpai?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about you. You've never lost a boxing match. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
We finally make our way home as Junpei is celebrating school being over. As Junpei mentions the mall, Ikutsuki comes up to us and hands me a black sword, calling it a reward for my studies, telling us about an antique store that's recently opened called Mayodo, thinking I should take it there. He even gave a heads up to the store owner. I don't know what he's got planned, but I guess I should get going. It's probably C's related. It wasn't too hard to find, just went in the direction of what looked old and I found it. I don't know how this place will help me, but going inside is the only way to find out, so that's what I do. She's surprised to see a student here as I put the sword on the table. She gives it a little look, seeing it, and makes her realize I was the kid the chairman was talking about. She believes she can assist me as long as I have the items like the black sword. Simply, she can fuse various materials and create special items. However, I'll need to get the resources for those items. I'll definitely be coming here during the later half of the game, but for now, I've done what I've came to do. And as I was leaving, Tanaka was there, and I talked to him. He has some bad news, however, as once more the investors weren't interested enough. However, if I give him just more money, it will definitely work this time, asking if I'm bull. And I agree, seeing how far he'll go to scare me. I think I finally made him snap as he asked if I haven't realized I've been deceived. He's been suspicious this whole time, letting out a long sigh, commenting on my ignorance. But he wants to take me under his wing. I can only imagine what he wants from me, but I'll hear him out, as I feel a social link coming. He believes I want his autograph, calling it a pleasure to meet a fan. I ask who he is to bait him, and he takes it easily, asking if I don't use a TV, calling the notion of that barbaric. Well, I must have seen his show, his Amazing Commodities to be exact, as he walks up and hands me his card. I already know who he is, but the card confirms it. I am talking to Tanaka, the CEO of his own company. He formally introduces himself and apologizes on the fact that he can't give me a refund on the 40,000 yen I spent on my investment, but if I keep on to that card, it'll be worth real money in a year or so. But for real, he must be going now. After he gives me his signature like a real celebrity, he badmouths me as I kinda just watch him. Sounds like he wants to make more money off of me as I continue just looking at him. It causes him to get annoyed, asking me to shoot, get out of here, but realizes I heard what he said, asking for me just to forget what happened, as he's a part of a powerful talent agency. He continues to threaten me as I kinda just don't care at this point. But whatever facade of success the businessman had, he kinda collapses, as he gets to the point begging me not to tell anyone what he said, even proposing licking my shoes as payment, but I just don't really care. As he takes that word and he tells me, it's a verbal agreement, it's a form of contract, and if I break it, he'll sue me, and with that, I met Tanaka. Let's go with that, as our bond starts to form, showing itself to be the Devil Arcana. With that, he gets back to his usual self, calling me a diamond in the rough, wanting to polish me to become perfect. I don't know where this is going, but for now, I head on home. July 19th. Nothing too eventful today. It started with me buying some shoes. He offered them for a rather steep price, but I've been scammed before, so it's not the end of the world, as I accept the price and give Elizabeth the shoes and Tanaka's signature. She is quite happy with what I've given her, but she tells me that she'd like to go on another trip outside. I've been waiting for this, as she's quite fun to watch do her own thing after all, so we get going.
Flowing stairs that pose an obstacle to those who dare to reach another floor. So, this is an escalator. A simple contraption at first glance. But one false step will leave one mired in an exhausting ordeal.
To all customers, for your own safety and the safety of others, please do not move in the opposite direction of the escalators. Thank you.
Oh my. It seems that these customers may come to harm. We'd best exercise caution ourselves. And what is this? Please watch your step. There is a pitfall just ahead. Why, it's right over here. There, in the center of this fenced-off area. It's marked with eye-catching signs, proclaiming in bold print, "Do not enter." Humans are frequently drawn to what has been forbidden. This is a crafty snare, one that defies the common notion that pitfalls must be hidden. Flowing stairways, pitfalls employing high-level psychological tactics. Human authorities truly go to great lengths in their quest to preserve the town's law and order. I'm very moved by their dedication to the cause. Let us carry on. Our thoughts with the unsung heroes who give their love and lives to this town. Oh! This tantalizing fragrance. Can it be?
Whoa! You can figure out our secret ingredient with just a whiff? I guess you got a funky sense of smell to go with your funky sense of style, lady. Well, there ain't a law saying takoyaki shops can't cook other stuff besides octopus. So, how about it? Wanna buy some? I swear my takoyaki's so good it'll make your jaw drop.
Cuisine so scrumptious that one's jaw can drop off? I imagine that would warrant urgent medical care, realistically speaking. But I would very much like a taste. Unfortunately, this is all I have on me at the moment. I do hope this is sufficient. I have yet to see someone who has actually lost their jaw. That must mean that the ordinary citizen cannot easily afford these. Oh, upon closer inspection, a single serving is only 400 yen. Oh, well then, 2 orders of your finest takoyaki, please.
Thanks. Here you go. And come again.
This distinct texture, the firm, chewy skin. There's no doubt about it. I must say, I'm surprised to see this used as a cooking ingredient. It has yet to even unhinge. But for the better, I suppose. There are many other delicacies I must try. It wouldn't do to lose my jaw before sampling each and every one of them. There appear to be several dining establishments around here. We must simply visit all of them. My first priority is to go to something called a net cafe, where one may use something called a soda fountain. This apparatus allows for an infinite combination of flavors by mixing various solutions. Just thinking about it gives me a sort of electric tingle across my tongue. I see. Oh my. Oh, how intriguing. We appear to have exhausted every dining option in this area. Oh dear, is something the matter? Now that I think about it, you haven't eaten much since our 7th meal. In any event, I must thank you for your delightful company. I shall certainly savor this experience. If you don't mind, I'd very much appreciate it if you were to escort me again sometime.
With that interesting venture over, I spend the rest of my day simply playing the MMO with Maya. And then during the night, I eat a burger for that sweet, sweet courage. Heads up that the next couple of days will mostly be in-game cutscenes, as it's very dialogue heavy, but I'll try and reduce it the best I can. July 20th.
Whoa! Looks like we're finally coming up on the island! Hell yeah! Yakushima!
Jeez, you sound like a little kid.
Aw, he's just having fun. Personally, I'm ready for some training.
I do wonder, what kind of flora and fauna live there?
We're at Yakushima, but more specifically, the Kirijo private mansion. There's a lot to take in, and I know the others feel the same, as Kirijo is greeted by two maids. And feels even more crazy is them mentioning that it's simply a vacation home, meaning she likely lives somewhere even bigger, likely more fancy. And the rich really do have it all, huh? Feels weird to be called an associate, but we're welcomed warmly regardless, as a man wearing an eye patch appears, telling us that there's not much here, but we should make ourselves comfortable. From the way that he holds himself, that's likely Kirijo's father. But I don't hold the same idea as Junpei questioning wearing a suit during summer. But besides that, Junpei thinks that we should just head on to the beach already. And I mean, we've gone all the way out here to go to the beach, so I kind of feel the same way, so I speed around getting dressed and head out to the beach. Junpei seems to be excited, knowing that summer's finally arrived. Sonata laments that there's not a good marker to use for swimming practice, as Junpei gets a good look at Sonata asking what he's wearing. That confuses him, as his speedo is good for swimming, but Junpei disagrees and laments on Sonata wanting to train while on vacation. That's just how he is, like how when asked about ideas, Junpei, with a smirk on his face, has the perfect activity. I bet you it's going to be hitting on girls, but before we can be told of this activity, the girls arrive.
What are you looking at?
Say hello to contestant number 1, Yukari Takeba. That's quite a bold design. She's really strutting her stuff. Archery practice must do wonders for the self-esteem.
If no one seems to have claimed the umbrellas around here, do you think we can go ahead and use them?
Ooh, next up is contestant number 2, Fuka Yamagishi. Wow, Fuka, do you wear swimsuits often, or...? Oh, whoops. Was it something I said? Didn't mean to embarrass you.
Hey, cut it out with that laugh, you creep.
And for our final contestant of the day...
What happened? Is something wrong?
Wow! Kirijo-senpai, you're so beautiful!
Yeah, your skin is totally flawless. Hey, did you put on sunscreen already?
No, not yet.
Well, we can't have that. You gotta put some on right now.
Oh, can I help?
That's okay. I'll do it myself.
Yo, dude!
So, which one's your type?
Oh, really? Very interesting. Man, this is great! I'm in heaven. Alright, I think it's about time for a swim. Time!
Oh, I'm not letting you win that easy.
Whoa, it's cold! What are you standing over there for? The water's fine!
While everyone's enjoying their vacation, I had more important things to do. That important thing was collecting everything sea-related, as I just know that it will make Elizabeth happy. And for the most part, I just wrapped up the first day at the sea, as I feel something's going to happen tonight.
Even the food was fancier than I could have imagined. I've never had to think about the proper way to use a fork and knife so much.
I can't eat anymore. Not even another bite of caviar.
No one said you had to try to eat all of it.
Well, I'm sure we're all exhausted from the trip. Why don't you go rest up in your rooms?
Oh, are you not coming with us, Senpai?
Yes, I'll join you in just a minute. It's been a while. I'm glad that you're in good health.
Our guests are residents of the dorm, I presume.
I'm sorry for bringing such a crowd.
I heard you told them about the incident. Why did you hide it for so long?
I wasn't hiding it.
I've told you time and again, none of the blame is yours.
But...
2 in harmony surpasses 1 in perfection. That has been our guiding principle since the Kirijo family separated from the Nanjo group. You must learn to trust in others, Mitsuru. There are things in this world that cannot be accomplished alone, no matter how many sacrifices you make.
I understand.
You accessed our database, didn't you? That brings me to my next question. Why didn't you ask me directly, instead of using this trip as an excuse?
I'm sorry.
Bring them here, all of them. I have no intention of concealing the truth from them. I've made preparations to disclose everything.
Everything?
There's a girl named Takiba in your group, correct? For her to awaken to her power, it must be fate.
Father?
From what I understand, Mitsuru has already given you the short version.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's true. We adults are to blame. If I could have atoned for it with my life, I would have done so. Now I have no choice but to rely on you. What my father wanted to create with those monsters' power, it was a time manipulation device.
That's what he was trying to do?
Imagine if you could control the flow of time, eliminate unwanted events before they occur. With such a device, you could shape the future to your liking.
Damn, that's insane.
Unfortunately, under my father's direction, the research began to stray from its original goal. In his later years, my father seemed to have only nihilism in his heart. In fact, his madness may have resulted from his struggle to break free from that. It's only natural that you want to know the truth, and it's my duty to tell you.
What's this?
This is the only existing footage of the accident, recorded by a scientist who was at the scene.
A video recording?
I can only hope that this recording reaches someone with a conscience.
Wait a sec.
My employer has become obsessed with a loathsome idea. This experiment should never have been conceived. I'm afraid the damage will be staggering. At this point, it's unavoidable. But I didn't have a choice. If I didn't do this, it could have destroyed the entire world.
Destroyed the entire world?
Whoever is watching this, please, I need you to listen to me very carefully. The shadows that were amassed here have been dispersed as a result of the explosion. In order to end this, you have no choice but to eliminate all of them. I am the one responsible for this. I knew the risks, but I was blinded by the promise of success, and so I chose to continue without objections. I am responsible.
Huh? Dad?
You mean that was...
Father.
His name was Eiichiro Takiba. He was the head researcher at the time, and a very talented man. But we are the ones who are responsible. We pushed him to continue the research. The Kirijo group is to blame for his death.
Are you...
So that means my dad caused it all. The Dark Hour, Tartarus, the people who died. It was all his fault. So is that why you were hiding this? Because you felt sorry for me? Is that it?
No, Takeba, I
don't want your pity!
Takeba!
Shouldn't someone go after her?
Will you go? Thank you.
I believed in him for so long. This is too much. Remember what I told you at the hospital? How my dad died when I was little. You understand now, right? He died in that incident. Nobody knew the truth, so there were all sorts of rumors. Because he was in charge of the research team, people were really mean to me and my mom. We even had to move a few times. But all this time, I kept telling myself it wasn't his fault. I loved him a lot, and I believed he'd never do anything wrong. I received a letter back in spring. It was from him, written 10 years ago. It cracked me up, because even though he said to my family, it was more or less all about me. And that only made me believe in him more. When I found out I had a special power, I thought it was fate. I was scared, but I thought if I cooperated with the Kirijo group, I might find out what really happened. That's why I agreed to fight using my persona. But now I can see it was all for nothing. You're just trying to make me feel better. Reality sure is harsh, huh? I tried so hard to fight my fear. And this is what I get. And you know, I think maybe I was jealous, too. I mean, after all that's happened, why does Kirijo-senpai's father get to live? I'm a horrible person, aren't I? Wow. I don't know how you do it. You're always so calm. Nothing ever phases you. Did you really think I could just be cheered up so easily? You think you know me? You don't know anything. I'm sorry. I can barely make sense of all of this. I'm so afraid. I just feel so lost now. Just tell me, what am I supposed to do now? Huh? You really are something else. Sorry for acting like this. I know you've lost your parents too. I'll be alright. I'm used to dealing with stressful situations. Anyway, thanks for listening. Let me guess. Senpai asked you to bring me back, right? Aren't you a smooth talker? Thanks, though. This is kinda awkward, huh?
Hey! Yeesh, what's taking you guys so long? Everybody was getting worried. It's almost the dark hour, so we gotta head back.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right.
Did I miss something?
No, I just almost forgot. It doesn't matter where you are when the dark hour comes.
Oh, come on, that's common sense. Even I remembered that.
You know, I've been thinking lately. Once you awaken to the power of Persona, you remember everything that happens during the dark hour. In exchange for power, you can no longer look away from the things you don't want to see. We can't escape reality, can we? I guess we've just gotta stay strong, huh?
Yeah, guess so. All right then, let's head on back.
July 21st.
The air is so fresh. I never thought a walk in the woods could be so enjoyable. You can't do this in Iwatodai. Oh, did you hear about Junpei-kun yesterday? He was acting so indecent, I didn't know how to react. It's probably a good thing we came out here by ourselves.
Hmm? Oh, yeah.
Mitsuru speaking. One moment. Let me switch over to speakerphone. Go ahead.
Well, I'm at the lab here on the island, and a machine that was considered inoperable suddenly left the facility on its own.
A machine? What kind of machine is it? I need more information to locate anything other than shadows.
It's a type of combat vehicle. An anti-shadow weapon, to be precise.
A combat vehicle? You mean like a tank? We gotta tell the others. Where's my phone?
We're not currently with everyone, so it might take some time for us to regroup.
I see. In any case, I want you to handle this as soon as you can. I'm on my way there now.
If we can't secure the target, do we have permission to destroy it?
I highly doubt you will be able to destroy it.
What? Then how are we supposed to stop it?
Just do your best. I'll call you again later.
Great. No one's answering.
Don't worry about it. Let's go back and get our equipment. Once we do that, we can have Yamagishi's persona scan the area. Although searching the whole island won't be easy.
Ugh, the one time we need them and they're nowhere to be found.
Huh? Are the girls not up yet? Man, those sleepyheads. The ocean's not gonna sit around and wait for us, you know?
Once the sun sets, the water temperature drops, tiring you out much faster.
Huh? I guess. That's really what you're worried about?
Junpei, that reminds me. Didn't one of the maids give you something as we were leaving?
You saw that, huh? One of the maids gave me a letter. Oh, man. What if it's a confession of love? Well, it sure is tough being this popular.
You're a moron.
Okay, let's see here. It says, we've gone to see the Jomon cedar tree. Huh?
This looks like Yamagishi's handwriting.
Oh, man! We're at an island resort in the middle of summer. Why are they going to the beach? That's just not right.
Well, it is your fault.
What do you mean? I just wanted to lighten the mood yesterday.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, it doesn't matter now anyways. We're on our own. Just a guy. This is the frontier of romance. We're bound to meet someone new out here. We'll call this Operation Yakushima Beach Fling.
Flame? You mean we're gonna pick up girls?
How about it, Sonata-san? With you on the squad, we're guaranteed to succeed.
I should have known this was your plan. What do you think about this?
You two really want to let this opportunity to enjoy our summer vacation go to waste? Come on, guys! It'll be fun!
Then I'm appointing him our leader, as usual.
What? Why?
You said it yourself. This is an operation.
Oh man, that's bullshit! You better take this seriously. It's an important...
Looks like I was right on the money. Junpei's little operation was a hit on ladies, and due to our nature as men, we make it into something more, a competition of sorts. Junpei finds our first target and gets himself hyped up, even giving us a guide on picking up girls, acting like he has one, but I'll humor it as I wonder where this will go. Junpei gets the girls' attention, I back him up, but they obviously do not want to talk to us. Junpei, being the guy he is, continues the conversation anyways. Sonata asks if this is playing catch, but he brushes that aside, asking what the girls do, college or already working. The girls don't really reply, just asking if we're in high school due to how youthful we look. I admit that we are, as she replies that the idea of kids relaxing here pisses her off. Sonata doesn't help, adding that we're living in our friend's vacation home. She replies, wow, good for your friend, while they have to save up and pay to come here. Junpei calls that an accomplishment, but she doesn't see it that way, as she finally asks what we want. I am blunt and admit our quest to hit on girls. Her friend likes my honesty, but I can tell that she's not interested, as her friend tells her not to encourage us, but they obviously don't want to talk to us, so Junpei tried to call them beautiful. That's when they had enough of it, as they just end up leaving. Sonata asks if that was playing catch. Once more, as Junpei, feeling the bitterness of defeat, is able to convince the temper-hearted Sonata into this operation of crushing on chicks, as we head to our next target. Junpei eggs him forward, but they seem to be waiting for us. Sonata starts his talk, wanting to ask them a question, and that's if they're alone. She asks if they're hitting on her. Sonata is bad at lying, as he basically describes what hitting on someone is. Something one of the girls notes, but her friend wants to see where this goes. So she relents, asking the question of how old do we look. I say around 20. That answer surprises them, as they admit they're older than that. Sonata looks like he isn't into people older than him, unlike Junpei. Getting real Kenji feels from him. One of the girls calls Junpei a smooth talker, asking for our ages, and this time, they're honest, all of us are in high school, and Sonata is in graduation next year. She was surprised by how big the gap really is, saying that it's proof that it won't work out, knowing we aren't having fun. Talking to them, I say that we are, but she knows we aren't, and asks if we'd like to hear them complain about their bosses. Sonata is trying hard to say that it sounds like fun, but she can see right through him. But her friend is just enjoying it all. But it seems that they finally had their fill, as they're waiting for them. That's when they reveal that they both have boyfriends, inviting us to a barbecue, but I don't think I have enough courage to be able to do that. I like not being beaten up, to be honest, as they end up finally leaving. After our second defeat, Junpei isn't handling it well, directing all of his despair at me, as he puts all of his chips on me to clutch the last one, as we head to our last target. The other guys noted on her being alone, and likely single as we walk on over. She seems friendly and comments on how bored she is, admitting that she's been watching us, asking about our success with hitting on girls. I am honest about our failure, and she knew it, as we don't understand women's wants, as she lists our weaknesses. For Junpei, he's too wrapped up in himself, asking for him to think about what he would make his potential partner happy about. And for Sonata, he's stoic, but inexperienced with women, He agrees on that, which makes her say that he's kind of a hassle, too logical about everything, that takes the wind out of his sail, and she directs her talk to me but admits that she's not sure. I ask her to not hold back, but she just says I'm mysterious, like no one can really read my true feelings. Asking if I get what she means, but I really don't. She admits that she likes me actually, likes all three of us, asking if we'd like to hear what would make her really happy. And that's rubbing sunscreen on her back. Junpei is unsure, but she reassures she has enough for Junpei, adding that we can join in too. She has a good deal. The word deal starts something weird.
A deal?
You know that sun in the sky isn't real, right? That's an artificial sun that got sent.
Huh?
You didn't know? Turns out that sun sends out harmful rays that mess with your body's equilibrium. Normal sunscreen doesn't work.
But that's where this special one comes in. And if you opt in right now, you can get 3 bottles for just 300,000 yen.
Hey, doesn't she sound kind of strange?
What the hell? Don't just leave me behind.
What? You're leaving?
This sucks so much. What's wrong with you? I thought you weren't interested in picking up chicks.
If I'm in a match, I want to win. I know what our problem is. You can't control yourself.
What? Don't blame this on me.
I'm just stating the obvious.
It's not like you scored either, Sonata-san. Why you always gotta be so logical? Even in front of babes. It doesn't make any sense.
What did you just say? That's it. Leader, whose fault do you think it is? I won't accept a stalemate.
Yeah, that adds. Besides, what the hell do you know?
What?
Talk about sick. Holy hell, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Oh man, this is insane! If we nail this, it'll blow our failures out of the water! How about this time, we try going one by one?
All right, I'm in.
Okay, and let's decide the order. We'll go clockwise, starting with the winner. Ready? Rock, paper, oh yeah! I win! Okay, I'll go first, Sonata-san is second, and you'll... Here goes! Hey. I notice you've been, staring at the ocean. So, you here with anyone? My name's Junpei.
Junpei?
I was just wondering if you'd be down to talk. If you're not busy. I mean, It's more fun than standing here all by yourself, right?
I am looking for someone.
Oh yeah?
You are not that someone.
Wow, you got shot down faster than I expected.
She's a tough one, Senpai.
Don't worry about me. Oh, hey. Do you like the, motion?
Is your question directed at me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like the ocean. You know, I heard something interesting about triathletes who train at indoor pools. Apparently, they get outperformed by athletes who train in the ocean.
That information is irrelevant to me.
Well, I won. I talked to her longer than you did.
It doesn't matter how long you talk to her.
This sucks. I could cry.
Hey, don't cry. Ugh, you're making me feel bad.
Well, that's where we are. If you can't pull this off, I'm gonna be traumatized for the rest of my life.
We're on the ropes, but it's not over yet. It's all up to you now.
You.
I couldn't hear what he said, but she looked surprised. We should go over there.
Initiating evasive maneuver. Confirmation must be made at a secure location.
Hey, what did you say to make her run away like that? Well, what are you waiting for? Go after her! This could turn into serious trouble. You gotta go tell her you're sorry. If you don't, we'll get all the blame. Go on. You can catch her if you hurry.
This whole operation on hitting on girls is just really strange, and now I'm running through a forest to find a girl that seemed to know who I was, but due to something, she was scared away, and I was forced to chase after her, which, after a considerable amount of time, I was able to finally catch up.
I was correct. I have found you. I have been searching for you. My highest priority is to be at your side.
What? Are you friggin' kidding me?
What's going on? He didn't even say anything to her.
There you guys are! What are you doing here? We've been looking all over for you.
What are you doing in the middle of the woods in your swimsuits?
You have no idea what we've... Huh? Who's this? And why is she hugging you?
Listen, we have a slight situation here. I'm sorry to interrupt your vacation, but I need everyone to go back to the house and gear up.
That won't be necessary. We found what we were looking for.
Mr. Chairman, what do you mean?
You had me worried. You can't just leave the lab on your own, I guess.
Understood.
Sorry for all the trouble. Everything is under control now.
What happened to securing the tank?
Oh, that's been taken care of. Aigis, join us over here.
Understood.
This is Aigis. As you can see, she's a machine with the form and face of a human girl.
I am Aigis. My objective is to exterminate shadows. I have been assigned to seize, effective immediately.
No way. It's like she's alive.
This is unbelievable.
How can a robot be this cute? What a cruel world.
10 years ago, a plan was enacted to create anti-shadow weapons. A contingency in the event a shadow became unmanageable. Aigis was the last one to be made, and she's the only one that still remains today.
An anti-shadow weapon? Does that mean she has a persona too?
Correct. I am capable of wielding the persona called Palladian.
She suffered major damage in combat her first year out, and she's been kept in the lab ever since. I'm still not sure as to why she suddenly reactivated herself this morning. In any case, I hope you'll all get along.
An anti-shadow weapon, possessing a will all her own. This is amazing!
If you don't mind me asking, when we first saw you earlier, you were, hugging our leader. Do you know him?
Yes, it is very important for me to be by his side.
Maybe her facial recognition system is malfunctioning? Or maybe she's still half asleep. Very interesting.
Half asleep?
Well, I can ponder this later. Anyhow, I forgot to mention. Did you know there are a wide range of recreational facilities you can use here? There's a tennis court, a pool table, and even a karaoke machine. Would anyone care to hear me sing?
July 22nd. It's the third and final day of our vacation at Yakushima. Junpei is quite sad that it's almost over, staying more if he could, but can't complain since he did a lot of stuff here. Sonata replies, yeah, like him and the chairman singing. Suddenly, as Sonata is grumbling, the girls arrive dressed in their swimsuits. Aigis asks if we're having a mission today. Junpei replies that we're just having fun. Yamagishi asks Aigis if she knows what fun is. She replies that she's aware of the concept being sustenance for one's mental well-being. That pumps Junpei up, knowing that Aigis gets us humans, and decides to take one last dip before we leave. Aigis joins, Yamagishi's worried if she'll be fine in the water, but Takaba seems unfazed. Aigis comes back asking for us all to join, as deriving enjoyment alone isn't an optimal method of having fun, which convinces all the girls to join in. With them gone, Akutsuki talks to me and Sonata, asking how we're going. A lot of things have happened during the past few days, but it looks like we'll just get to enjoy ourselves today. The others call out Sonata to join in, which makes Akutsuki happy to see them enjoying themselves. He gives us both a heads up that he's going to be leaving early, and asks us not to be late. We will resume our seize duties when we are home, which sounds good to me.
Hey, Sonata-san!
Alright, I guess we should join too.
I guess, wait, that's not what water gun means!
Junpei-kun is down!
Alright, here's our chance for an all-out attack!
Wait, time out! This here's again!
July 23rd.
You seem to be in great pain.
again.
Shit, it's them.
You mean those three? Ugh, they're freaky.
Shut up! Let's get out of here!
Why do they always run and hide at the sight of me? They're like back alley rats.
Beats me.
Jin, give him the capsules.
Thanks. I'll pay you the usual way.
Now hold up. This time, we'd like your payment in the form of information. Your acquaintances have been busy lately. I'm referring to their activities on nights when the moon is full, of course. They've spent a great deal of time in the tower as well. I wonder, why did they take this burden upon themselves? You do know, don't you? But you don't wish to say. Is it perhaps because you're one of them?
I'm not. I've got nothing to do with them anymore.
Then tell us. I'm sure you'd agree these pills are more important than a group you have nothing to do with.
I don't know the details, but supposedly, destroying all those creatures will put an end to the Dark Hour. And that weird-ass tower will disappear. That's all I know, alright?
You mean they intend to eliminate the Dark Hour completely? Why would they do such a thing? To give up such power? To destroy the Tower of Demise.
Tower of Demise? Who wouldn't want to take out that damn thing?
Takaya. Yes, I know.
I can't go back. I won't use my power again. Not after last time.
Damn! This shit good! I feel my academics increasing. July 24th.
It is morning. I request that you wake up. You have successfully awakened. Mission complete. It has not triggered yet. 5 minutes early is on time. That is the phrase posted on the wall, so I woke you 5 minutes before your alarm clock engages.
Hey, are you awake? That girl disappeared and we can't find her anywhere. Can you help us? She might have gone out on her own like she did in Yakushima.
My name is not that girl. Please address me as I guess.
Huh? I guess? When did you...
I entered while he was asleep. Unlocking the door took 2 minutes.
That's unlawful entry. Didn't we tell you to stay in the command room at night?
I determined that it is ideal to be on standby in this room. Is this a problem?
What? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
If there is a problem, I will address it promptly.
The problem? Well, it's probably against dorm regulations for one. Look, don't just stand there, tell her! Oh, come on! You know she's not allowed in here. Okay, look. I'll get a room set up for you on the 3rd floor so you can stay nearby. Just don't leave the dorm by yourself, okay?
I will do as commanded.
Yeah, okay. I'm tired. Alright, well, I have practice this morning, so I gotta get to school.
Have
everyone here goes to a place called school in the morning. I comprehend.
After the events of the morning, I was at the school gates, Junpei thinking about what life will be like after the shadows are gone. I'm not too sure, but he thinks that since people don't know about the Dark Hour to begin with that no one will truly know what we accomplished, which does kinda suck, but maybe that's for the best if everyone is safe. As we head on inside, and the results of the exams are up for all to see, I go and check and I'm actually got to the top of the class. I'm genuinely impressed, but not surprised, getting 2 boosts to my charm. I remember I'll get something from Kirijo for being top of the class, so I keep that in mind and spend the afternoon with Bebe. He comments on if he puts in the greatest effort, he'll achieve the greatest outcome. Hyping himself up, I know this means a lot to him, and when it's nearly done, he's shocked at how cheap material transformed into something beautiful. However, he stops to thank me for what I've done, as without me, he would have been back in France. With it nearly completed, he feels blessed. I congratulate him on his efforts, which gives him a big smile as those words heal his wounds. But there's something he'd like to tell me. He's met a lot of people in Nihon, but I'm the most Subarashi of them all. Knowing if his aunt was still around, he'd tell her all about me. And with that honesty, our bond grows closer. He now needs to do the final touches, but he's getting quite tired. But not even tiredness can stop him. He must get it done. And with that, I continue to help him well into the evening, as I end up going to the arcade afterwards to boost my courage, which was finally enough to get max rank. Only got charm and academics to finish now, but they can wait. July 25th. Another fun day at school, which will be the last for a while, but I end up dealing with one of Mr. Edogawa's lessons, which is so long. But I at least got an academics boost from it, as with that, school was eventually over. Before I was able to leave, the track team advisor stops me, saying that since I've transferred, I likely do not know about the Myoyu Cup. It's a big competition for track and field, adding there's a guy called Hayase, a true speed demon. He's entrusting me on this, and due to that, he's gonna need me to come in from July 27th to August 1st. So I guess I have my first week of summer holidays planned ahead. Especially with this special regiment he has in store, so with plans for the next weekend sorted, I spend the afternoon with Yamagishi, since I can finally do it. She wants me to try some of her cooking. I already know she's not that good of a cook, but thanks to my badass courage, I am willing to endure through it, as we go outside for the taste test. She likely doesn't think I'll be hungry at this time, but she would like for me to give it a shot, and sees if it tastes okay. There's a lot of things in it. It's a bit of a mess, but she tells me that she added vinegar as a base, and then citrus. Alright, I'll give it a shot. It's impactful, I'll give it that. But I have a hard time to really comment something she realizes, meaning it's not good. She notices that I'm not feeling well after eating her food, and gets me some water to endure it, leaving her to just apologize for that, just knowing that I would give her an honest opinion. But regardless, she's thankful for my time, and she's gonna keep working to make it edible. And with that honesty, our bond starts to form, showing itself to be the Priestess Arcana. And with the taste test over, we go our separate ways.
Good evening. I'm pleased to see that you're well.
Your pills.
I noticed once again that a new ally has been added to the ranks. Well, I suppose it's more of a pet than an ally.
Makes no difference to me.
It seems what you told us of their intentions is true. How terribly lamentable. Now we have no choice but to intervene. It is up to the individual how to use the strength they are granted. But to erase the Dark Hour would be denying the very power they possess. And that is the one thing we cannot permit.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hold up a sec. What's your role in all this? We know they asked you to come back.
You know, you're really starting to piss me off, nosy little shit.
Yeah? Well, they're going down. You hear me? And if you're on their side, then you're going down too. Got that?
I already told you, I'm done with them.
And during the night, I decided to sit down and watch a self-defense video, and with this I feel like I could maybe incorporate some of these techniques into Tartarus, giving me a new ability to ambush the shadows. I just can't wait to test it out tomorrow. July 26. The school holidays begins today, although I am going back to school for those festivals, so I will have some work at Tartarus before then, as I spend the day hanging out with Bebe. He talks about the umiyushi bowls are truly one of a kind, so ushi. The meat mixes well with the rice, with the combination brings out the flavor, which gets him wanting to know what my favorite is. I think on it and I respond with the curry. He calls it an excellent choice, but for him, the okizuki is the best, calling it simple but a Japanese staple. And with that nice dine out and talk, we go our separate ways. We've arrived at Tartarus. Aigis comes up to me and tells me that she'll be joining us from today onwards. She has been equipped with several combat functions as well as a persona. That's what she'll say for now. However, I ask if she can transform. While she isn't equipped to do that as of yet, she is willing to undergo modifications if I so desire. But to be honest, the old gear mode is pretty much a transformation, if you think about it. Besides that, Elizabeth wants to talk to me. Apparently strange doors have appeared around. She doesn't know where the doors go, but she's curious, thinking I might find them helpful. So I can safely say that she has piqued my curiosity, as me, Aigis, Kirijo, and Takaba head into Tartarus.
Oh hey, looks like you're the only guy on the team tonight.
I see. So this is what you would call a harem, correct? According to my data, every single man in the world fantasizes of having one.
Wait, is that what you're angling for?
Well, ulterior motives aside, I've no problems. After all, this team is strategically sound.
I'm not going to talk about their comments and just get right into the bosses. The first boss is the Okolactric Sand. It isn't too tough, its weakness is ice and deals fire damage, so it's got its fair share of additional turns, but nothing I can't handle. They were a tad bit sturdy, however, so it was just a battle of endurance, but eventually they fall like every other shadow has previously by a standard attack from Kirijo.
Good. That's a win for the team! Good job, everyone!
As we continued, Yamagishi sensed something on the 80th floor, and when we explored, it was a massive door with a weird pattern. I have a feeling that this is the door that Elizabeth was talking about as we take a look inside. It's rather creepy looking. Compared to the regular Tartarus, very red, and at the end of the corridor there is a shadow, which we take on. The battle was against what is usually be a strong enemy, so it wasn't anything too impossible. A Fyoji here and a freeze there, and eventually it went down. With the shadow gone, we are able to grab up the loot that has been left. Yamagishi notes of the item's rarity, as she wants us to come back after the door scanned the floor. As the Seeds members are talking, Elizabeth gets my attention, naming that door a Menard door, asking if the enemy I took on was difficult. I note that it was actually quite easy. She's happy to hear, but notes that she sensed something like the Menard door on the 91st floor, calling it a Menard passage. She would like for me to investigate it, giving me the request to have a look. I note that as we continue onwards. The next boss punished me for my arrogance. I got team wiped by a physical attack, and now that I knew what was going on, I buffed and debuffed them, braced for impact, and took it like a champ. Kirijo and Takaba weren't as lucky, but it all worked out in the end, as Aigis, while in all gear mode, took them down.
All enemies defeated! Good work out there!
The next floor had another two gatekeepers. They were both immune to specific affinities. The controlling partner was physical, except for Pierce. The dependent partner was weak to Pierce, while immune to elemental damage. It wasn't too hard. I did take a few downs, but they didn't really pose any physical challenge, just a challenge on my willingness to continue, as they like to heal a lot. But eventually the healing wasn't as fast as our damage, as Aegis Fury did the trick.
Direct hit on a weakness! Amazing, Aegis! Releasing all limiters! Okiyama! Yes! Taking no prisoners! Weapons free! All enemies defeated! Good work out there!
With them defeated, we were able to access the Menard Passage. The bosses here were extremely strong. The first one killed me in one shot, but I just noted of reducing his attack, and the boss was easy from there. The second battle, however, was a tough one, with barriers erecting to reflect damage and my allies being weak to at least one of their affinities. But with enough luck and not wasting Furies in the last fight, I was able to overwhelm one shadow, which slowly led to my victory. With that done and dusted, there was a chest at the end of it. It wasn't locked, so I simply opened it and got the Temperance Arcana and the ability to hold an additional Major Arcana. So it was definitely worth this trip, as I reported it to Elizabeth and spent a good while fusing personas, and then finished up for the day. I hope the track adventure isn't too boring, but I'll have to find out tomorrow. July 27th.
Put your heart into it. You'll never beat Hayase with that attitude.
With the first day of the special regimen over with, I decided to get some social boosts done. But before I could, I actually forgot that I have some crops on the roof to tend to, so I quickly get that done with getting potatoes and planting tomatoes. I head to the arcade afterwards to play a dating sim. I'm not sure why a dating simulator is in an arcade, but I will admit it has some use, as it gets my charm higher after all. July 28th. With the second day over, I spend my evening getting some much needed knowledge to become a sleazy salesman from Tanaka. He admits his schedule's quite packed, having a hard time finding a slot for an average Joe. Adding that I'm handsome. With the flattery over, he introduces a new word to my vocabulary: placebo. I say the word, making him happy as I'm feigning interest quite well. He explains that a placebo is a pretend pill that gives someone peace of mind, asking me to imagine a supplement that removes love handles, or a car navigation system that uses real-time image data to make one's commute all that smoother. These are just examples, and I'm genuinely impressed if only they were real, which surprises him, calling them bogus products after all, but supposes he can see how they'd be spectacular. However, our business doesn't provide tangible benefits, merely peace of mind. Comparing it to emergency supplies, people feel safe because they have it on them, right? The reality of things is people spend to feel better. With that lesson on life, he calls it there, saying I can pay him back when I make my first million. He's an interesting businessman, I'll give him that, but I do feel like I understand him better as our bond grows closer. With that over, he asks if I've kept my promise, not telling anyone about what he said, because if I did, and went back on our word, I may be surprised by finding myself on a dating site. That's an interesting threat, to say the least, but regardless, we go our separate ways. July 29th. After the third day of practice, I am feeling like a simple 9 as I end up getting the Prodigy platter for that sweet, sweet academic boosts.
Sorry to wake you. I'm detecting a shadow. Please come to the 4th floor quickly.
What's going on?
There's a shadow in the city. Yamagishi found it unexpectedly.
What? But the moon isn't full yet!
It seems to be just a regular shadow, but there usually isn't any normal shadow activity outside of Tartarus.
It's near Naganaki Shrine. Akihiko was already in the area, so he went ahead. I'm sure he can handle it alone, but we should be ready just in case.
Gotcha.
Yes, this is Yamagishi.
I'm here. Sorry, but I think you guys better come quick.
What's wrong? Are you in trouble?
No. The Shadow's been defeated. Or rather, it was already defeated when I got here.
What happened?
This little fella took a hit for me. I want to save him if we can.
Took a hit? Who's he talking about?
Don't ask me.
At any rate, let's move out.
Koro-chan! Are you okay, Koro-chan?
You know this dog?
Yeah, everyone around here does. We've gotta help him, quick!
First, we need to stop the bleeding.
Man, he's one tough fighter. He defeated that Shadow all by himself.
Wait, does that mean this dog's a Persona user?
He says, this is a place of peace, so I protected it. There are flowers over there. Those flowers... They must be for the priest who died in the accident here.
So he really was guarding this place.
Okay, hold on. Igus, don't tell me you can translate dog language too!
Canines do not have their own language. However, speech is not the only means of communication.
This fella really is a rare breed.
Correct.
He's not the only one.
All right, let's report to the chairman so we can conclude this mission. As for a vet, it's midnight, but I think I can arrange something.
Good job, boy. You're one amazing dog.
July 30th.
Wow, that was a great lap. Keep it up. You might be able to win the whole thing.
After the 4th day of practice, we are now on our 2nd day of grinding our academics. I have nothing else to really say, I just hope I can max it out soon enough.
Good evening. Things are really starting to liven up around here. So, how are you getting along with everyone? Oh, that's good to hear. Just to remind you, the next full moon will be in 1 week. Are you ready? I actually haven't been too worried about you lately, but you should still be careful. I'll see you again.
July 31st. After the 5th day of practice, I decided to rest my feet up for today, making food with Takaba.
I picked up the ingredients to make chicken sauté today, but I might have bought too much. I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach. I always end up having leftovers. What about you? Would you say you're a big eater? Oh, sounds like a healthy appetite. You're in luck because we've got plenty. I hope it tastes alright, but don't get your hopes too high, okay? I haven't been cooking much lately. Well, either way, it'll be packed full of nutrients, so don't worry about that. They say your health is your most valuable asset, you know? I figured we should think about what we're putting into our bodies. And if I could lose some weight while we're at it, I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But let's put that aside for now. Anyway, why don't we start with veggies? Can you cut the tomatoes for me? I chose breast meat because it was cheap and I heard it's good for a diet, but it's kind of dry. Okay, very dry. And I can barely chew through it. And that was unexpected. I don't usually mess up this kind of thing. Hey, you're doubting me, aren't you? I'm serious. I'll make up for it next time, so let's cook together again when you get the chance. It'll be so delicious, you can't help saying yum.